I've never experienced something like this. And there's obviously something seriously happening because I can't move my right side. I couldn't speak. Literally half your tongue gets paralyzed. It changes your life. I was married, I had my own business, had the stroke, 8 months later, lost marriage, business.
George was 37 when he had a stroke. He's with other stroke survivors at a rehab session of a stroke aid group. Anyone can have a stroke, but people with hypertension and high cholesterol are at a higher risk of developing the blood clots that can cause a stroke.
The brain has undergone severe trauma and injury as a result of either loss of oxygen or bleeding into the brain. And that has severe implications for different parts of the body. For example, if the left side of the brain is affected, the right side of the body could be affected. We might see difficulty with language, with speech. If the right side of the brain is affected, we would see perhaps the left side of the body affected, and other kinds of issues, for example, with perception, where the body is in space, and they might ignore that side of the body.
It's not easy for me to be able to walk, that's the problem. And I battle to write.
Talk all over the world, talk. They talk. Now, aphasia, talk nothing.
My memory is gone. I've been encouraged to meet with a lot of people because they say that if you don't, your self-esteem goes.
With a stroke, your computer has been turned off. Okay, so now the body has to help heal the brain. Because when you have a stroke, that part of your brain that was affected is pretty much erased. So you're going to build new pathways.
George had general good health, but he was suffering from extreme stress at the time of his stroke. The right side of his body was affected and he still can't use his right arm. He's now working on reconnecting his brain with his right side.
The theory is you activate the muscles in the forearm. Now we turn on the little machine and start running current through the arm. And you'll see my arm start twitching. And that's just because the muscles have been activated and they respond to that. So there you go. Rehab is an important role. And also just the fact that you can come and sit here with people that are like-minded, that understand. You know, when I had to learn to brush my teeth left-handed, it got a bit messy. You know, you ought to be able to share that with people. You know, because there's funny sides. I had to wait for a nurse to come and tie my shoelaces. Come on, and you can't do that to a grown man. There's bitter pills to swallow.
One of the ways that George is making life sweeter for stroke survivors is talking about his own experience and offering support to others.
When I got out of the hospital, I did tend to feel lonely. Something was taken away from me. He's helped me a lot. He played a main role in getting me out there.
With Sharon, she was 18 when she had a stroke. So if I can assist in any way or make it better for her, try to help her understand, what more can I do?
Stroke is South Africa's third biggest killer and the leading cause of disability, so George decided to do a lot more and co-founded the Stroke Survivors Foundation. To raise funds and awareness, their first event was an epic walk from Messina to Cape Point.
I was in a wheelchair in hospital, and the walk for me was very important because I could prove to myself that I can overcome this. I could very easily have given up and said, okay, that's my life, I've had my innings, time out. Or turn around and say, you know what, that's a different challenge. You know, it's up to you to take it on.